Hi guys, so I made this huge, great big long video and I edited it yesterday morning about the van and the way that the van saga is progressing. However, it has not concluded. So I thought I'd just come to you with a video talking about my views on the retail landscape, the future of reselling, and the way this business model works. So here's my views on that. Also, if I don't look great today, which I don't, like the lighting isn't great, and also I've got a double hangover right now, so went out with the chaps because it was snowing, everyone got off work early, then I had a family engagement party, and that part of the family drinks. So they're the reasons why I look like crap. Okay, so it's my my quarter's ending, and we have to file all of our quarterly accounts and pay our VAT invoice tomorrow to the government. So I'm just going through and doing my mileage, so I can add all my mileage in, claim the VAT back on the fuel that I've paid. And now I'm just looking at the receipts, and I'm going through Toys R Us receipts, and it's just kind of dawning on me that they're not going to be an option for me to buy there anymore. So I thought now would just be a good point to talk about my views on the retail landscape and the way that I think things are progressing. Now, I think it's pretty obvious to say that online shopping is just growing and growing and growing, and it's becoming a part of everyone's day-to-day life now. Like, if you don't do online shopping, I'd be very surprised. My dad is someone who's not technically minded at all, but still bought a pair of shoes off the internet the other day. So online shopping is the future. It's obvious. Now, will it come to a point where people just will never go to a shop? I think probably. There's very few occasions where you can buy something, and as long as you know you can return it, there's a few occasions where you wouldn't just get it delivered. Now, where I profit, and where a lot of you profit as well that watch this channel, we all profit from other people's laziness. So I will go out to a shop and I will find that deal at the best price possible, and I will buy multiples of it, because I know that when the price goes back up in the market, I'll be competitive. But those people who buy it from me, they probably would buy it online anyway, because people can't be bothered to go to the shop. Now, it's so easy. Like, if I think of something I need these days, I will literally go on Amazon and press buy. I think a lot of people will do that. Just go on, buy, it comes in the post, and you're like, yeah, I've done it. I don't need to plan out a specific trip to go to a shop to go and buy it. It will just come and it will arrive. And that's just the way things are now. That's the way things are moving. Now, the scary thing about this is that as Amazon start to monopolize the whole market when it comes to buying anything, so they're moving into grocery now. It's not just hardware, it's grocery. And as these online players dominate, that's just where everything's going to shift. And what the concern is for people running businesses like mine, 90% of what I sell is stuff that I have sourced from retail outlets that are either clearing product, put a ridiculous deal on, or there's just a complete difference in supply versus demand. So the supply is limited, but I can find some of this stock, and online the demand's super high, so it pushes the price up. That's where we profit. Now, the day when there's no physical retailers is a day where this business does not exist anymore. This business model does not exist anymore. And it's coming faster than I was expecting it to. Much, much faster. Like, it's obvious that's the way it's going to go. But as people start to drop out, there's less competition. So, back to the point. Toys R Us going out of business. Their main competition is with Smiths. Now, they will compete with each other, and they will track each other's prices and constantly run promotions to try and outdo one another. As soon as you remove Toys R Us from the equation, Smiths just has so much more dominance. The amount they're going to turn over is going to go up, and they're not going to need to discount their products in the same way that they did before. Like, their whole business is just going to become so profitable moving forward. I might see if I can buy shares in Smiths, actually. And then they're just competing with people like the Grocers and Argos, and that's it, really. So the issue is there's going to be less deals out there. Less competition in the market means less deals, and just less opportunity for me to source, and people that are in my business to source new stock to sell through. I'd just like to point out here as well that I am trying to diversify my business a bit more, so it's not all completely Amazon. Like, everything we've got here is the big bulk of like Geox and FitFlop shoes that I purchased recently in the big haul. So that is all eBay based. Now, all these shoes are actually new. It's just that I feel like eBay is a better space for shoes. I don't know why. I just felt like it was the right way to go. I could have sent some of them into Amazon, but some of the boxes aren't immaculate. Like when you buy a pair of shoes, you don't buy the box, but there's that assumption when you buy something from Amazon, it's going to rock up in a way that it is immaculate. Whereas on eBay, I feel like I'm going to put my own photos of the shoes themselves, and how the box arrives shouldn't really matter to the customer, but to the eBay customer, but I feel like it would on the Amazon one. So that was my choice. That's why I did that, basically. Now, there's still a huge demand and a huge market in the second-hand sector, and which is where I think most resellers exist. Most people that are doing similar stuff to me exist in sort of the used market area, and that is great. There's a lot of people out there that just want to get rid of stuff, and once again, this is a case of profiting from other people's laziness. Most people cannot be bothered to sit there and list their stuff on eBay, haven't got the nonce, haven't got the know-how, can't be bothered to post it, so they'll rock up to, say, a boot sale. Resellers that are doing this as a business and have a process set up, they'll go in and they'll buy all this stuff off these people and make a small margin on top. Much bigger margins than I'm making on my new stuff, to be fair. So that is always an option for this business. I just don't find it very scalable. So I'm going to continue to do both, new and used. eBay and Amazon. Now, eBay is something that is never going to be dominated by Amazon, because they are different propositions. eBay is mostly used stuff, Amazon is mostly new stuff, and that's the way that I divide my business up. Now, you can put used stuff on Amazon. I just don't find it to be the best way to go. Like, if I want something new, I'll buy it from Amazon. If I don't want something new, I'll buy it on eBay. So just coming back in and summarise what I'm saying here is basically, if you are operating in the used space, I don't feel like there's any risk to what you do. eBay is always going to be present because they are different propositions for the customer. Now, a customer wants something used, they'll buy it on eBay. They can buy it on Amazon, and Amazon are coming in and sort of taking market share, but for the time being, I wouldn't worry on used product, because there's always a market for people that want used stuff. On the buying and selling new stuff side of things, it's going to be more and more challenging to be able to source the products at the right prices. Now, the selling stuff new, the margins are a lot slimmer generally than you selling the used stuff, because you could pick something used up for somebody who just wants to get rid of it, doesn't understand the value of it, or just can't be bothered to try and get the best price, so they'll just shift it on. Your margins are so much bigger, so you can sell a lot less. Now, that used sector's fine. The new sector, the margins are a lot slimmer. You constantly find the right stuff and shift them a lot faster than you would do in the used sector. So there's a lot more work in that aspect. Now, the less competition there is, the more challenging it's going to be able to find these deals and these products at the right prices. So the future of my business will be sourcing products from more diverse sources. Like, retailers is one small section where I source, but there's a lot of other new sources that are coming in. And then it's a case of I need to diversify the business. So I'm not such at the mercy of one player, aka Amazon, and I'm not at the mercy of the dynamics of the retail market, because there's a lot going on. It's probably the most competitive industry in the UK, and the UK retail market is probably the most competitive in the world. So there's a lot changing. As people go out of business, it presents opportunities, but the more people that go out of business means the less competition there is, and it just destroys the market in general. So hopefully competition remains, because it's better for the consumer, prices get cut down, better for people like us who resell. So that's my thoughts on the industry and the retail landscape. It's going to move to 1-9 players. This isn't a business model that's going to last forever. So we need to pivot at our company. Got to pivot, got to adapt. So there's a few things that I've got in the pipeline, which I'll be sharing with you guys as they come to fruition. But yeah, this isn't a business that's going to last forever. So that's just my thoughts, just a quick update on you guys, just how I'm thinking as I'm doing my mileage here. Going to crack on back with this, because I have reports and monies to pay to the government tomorrow. But anyway, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.